嗨，我是楚杰生 Jason Chu， 我是美国外交官，我们现在在美国在台协会高雄分处。I grew up in New York City, the borough of Queens, near Flushing. I studied college in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and I graduated from Columbia Law School with a JD and practiced law for 4 years. I was in New York City during 9/11, and I think that incident had a big effect on a lot of us who were living and working in New York at the time. A lot of us thought, is this what I want to do with the rest of my life? And my answer at that time was, I'm going to try something different. So when I learned about the U.S. Foreign Service, it just sounded so exciting to represent the United States abroad. This job is so different. You get to go out, meet people, travel to the countryside, go on a boat, meet children, meet students, meet old people, just you name it. Well, I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I do speak basic English, Spanish, Chinese, Portuguese, French, German. It's also tough, for having a relationship when you meet someone and you tell them, well, I plan to leave this place in 1 to 3 years. How would you like to have a relationship? I think that's always a challenge. I think it wasn't until high school. I think I always knew that I was gay, even as a young man in elementary school. When all the other boys were at the cafeteria table and talking about how cute, how pretty our 4th grade teacher was. And I would say, wow, she's okay, but what about our gym teacher who was a male? And I thought, from their reactions, okay, I'm a little different. So I knew at that point that the path was ahead of me. But not until high school, I think, did I really come out to myself and to my friends and family. Yeah. My parents found out that I was gay, not because I directly told them, but they had listened in on some phone calls and gone through some of my mail, as parents do, to protect their kids, worrying about, is my child getting involved with bad people? So that's how my parents found out. I would say that it wasn't the smoothest reaction per se, but I was in high school and the reaction was very much, how can we change this? How could this be? I'm pleased to say my parents and I, we have a wonderful relationship today, but coming out in high school, it was certainly a challenge for them and for me, because they didn't have a lot of experience with gay or lesbian people, and they certainly never expected their own son to be gay. So I think the first reaction was, is this an illness? Is this something wrong that I can change? And they sent me to a psychologist in New York. Fortunately, he met with me and he told my parents, actually, Jason is fine. He's a very well-adjusted youth who happens to be gay. I take it as an educational opportunity. I have the good fortune to work with many high-level officials, NGO leaders, business leaders here. Sometimes I'll ask about, marital status, and I'll say, I'm single, I'm a gay man, and yeah, if you know anyone, let me know. I think that it's an opportunity to show, one, that different types of people exist, including LGBTI people. Not everyone is going to marry someone of the opposite sex. Second of all, to challenge expectations, because I think the expectation when someone asks you the question, are you married? For me, they want me to say, or expect me to say, yes, I'm married to a lovely wife with 2 kids, or no, but I have a girlfriend. But my answer is, no, I'm an openly gay man. I always want to be honest with myself, and I think it's an opportunity to educate others about gay and lesbian issues as well. I think there's a certain luxury of age. So now that I'm 40, I've lived enough life to know who I am and who I want to be, but there were definitely parts of my life as a young man, especially in high school, especially in college, when I was applying for my first jobs, when I was a lot more careful, a lot more scared about coming out and saying, this is who I am. That's just part of the nature of growing up and dealing with the world. For young LGBTI people today, I'm sure they're going through the same struggles. And I hope that they know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that things do get better, and that as society makes progress, as laws change, and as mindsets expand, that it's a lot easier to be ourselves. I would say to be strong and to love yourself, because no one else will do that for you. To be lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, it's just a part of who you are, of who we are. I guess in Chinese I would say, 人就是人，爱就是爱，就是这样。